Right now, as a society, we are more awkward than ever.
In fact, a recent study found 1 in 3 employees would rather clean a toilet than ask a coworker for help. I don't know where they work. I don't know why that would be the option.
Oh,
that's sad.
That hurt my solar plexus. Okay, that shocked us. So we wanted to ask New Yorkers if they felt that way and what some awkward experiences they've had. So we sent our very own Alexa Farrell to hit the streets and find out.
So would you rather ask a coworker for help or scrub a toilet?
Probably scrub a toilet. I don't like asking for help. I don't ask anyone for help, actually.
Ask a coworker for help.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you're not afraid to go up, make things awkward?
Absolutely not.
Coworker for help, for sure.
What is the most awkward thing that you've had happen here in the city?
Oh my gosh, like only every day I feel like something awkward happens.
I think it's like a daily thing. It's like the little sidewalk dance when you're approaching somebody and it's like which way, like just go to the right side. What are you doing?
Homeless man was hugging me in Dunkin' Donuts, but then he also grabbed a chair and threw it at the window, so I had to get out of there.
Probably this fierce drag queen on the subway twerking on me.
That is something else.
Burping on somebody is frowned upon, apparently.
Well, then I'm super awkward. What are we going to do with ourselves? Lucky for us, workplace performance expert, professional executive coach, and author of the book, Good Awkward, Henna Pryor is here to help. Henna, it is so good to see you. Welcome back to New York Living.
Thank you for having me back. Happy to be back.
I saw your awkward encounter when the two of you met. I'm kidding.
Was it?
Isn't awkward?
You're not awkward.
I try not to.
Yes.
Now I feel awkward. Thanks.
Were you shocked at that 1 in 3 employees would rather scrub a toilet than ask a coworker for help?
A little, but not really, because increasingly I see it all the time. I talk to leaders and parents who say, my people won't talk to people. They stay head down, they stay at home, they stay in their silos. So shocking, no, but sad, yes, a little bit.
Okay. Why this question, right, as opposed to any other question? Is it because of the face-to-face?
Yeah, I wanted to raise the stakes on the conversation.
Yeah.
I think we've talked a little bit about loneliness becoming an issue. You know, those studies have come out, but it's actually more than that. So I have a quote I love from relationship therapist Estelle Perel. She says, we've got 1,000 friends on Facebook, but no one to feed our cat.
Oh,
that's true.
And that is becoming symptomatic of the way we, DoorDash our food. We don't go and meet our friends. Parties are on a decline. And so increasingly our social muscles are weakening and we need to start to do something about it quickly.
So why do you think we're so socially awkward now?
You know, it's not everyone identifies with the word awkward, but I think socially we just have a lack of practice. So our research study, we coined this term social muscle atrophy, which is just the gradual decline of our social skills due to a lack of meaningful interaction or real world simulations.
Right.
So we've got the pandemic happened, we've got technology, we've got people working from home more and more, remote, hybrid, and so there just aren't as many opportunities to practice.
is this the social muscle atrophy that you're talking about?
It's that weakening, it's that decline. If I'm door dashing every day and I'm slacking and DMing every day and I'm not actually talking to people, the next time I do, it's going to feel harder.
Weird.
That muscle hasn't lifted anything.
You feeling it already? And that's true, right? Because of the pandemic, and we found out, yes, we can work from home, but there's a disconnect. There's a big disconnect in society right now, and we don't have the compassion. Like
a lot of us
we're
don't,
able
right?
to just turn off the technology and move on with our own lives.
And people want it, they crave it, but our study found that 84% of Americans actually want to collaborate, they want to navigate together, but 56% prefer working alone.
Wow.
That's a huge difference. We've gotten into some bad habits and we have to be very intentional about overriding them if we want to have this improve.
Okay, give us, let's get down to brass tacks here, as I like to say. So how do we rebuild our social strength? Is that what we're calling it?
Social muscle strength, which is our ability to improve this over time. The same way you go to the gym, you pick up a weight, you don't start with the biggest weight, you start small. So one of the first steps we can take is focus on micro connections. If you are feeling like, okay, I'm a little out of the game, I'm not seeing my friends as often, I'm having trouble approaching someone the way I used to, don't start big, start small. Try to go, make a little light conversation with the cashier. Keep your headphones out at the coffee shop for a little bit. We can start with small things first.
This is just reminding me, I have a niece who is so smart, so talented, and she's very shy. And she wants to get into sports. And I tell her, you have to put yourself out there, Isabella.
Oh, I love that
Easier for me to say than for her to do. Her fallback is, I'm shy. What's the difference between shy and awkward?
Yeah, shy is a personality trait, but a lot of times, again, they're very different things. Shy is, you know, a little bit of an energetic pull of being around others. Awkwardness is a social discomfort. It's an emotion that makes you feel, you know, self-conscious. It's a self-conscious emotion. The thing that I always want to be careful, though, is we can use these identity words to be a trap.
So the day is long. Oh, right.
To be a trap. If you say I'm shy, I'm awkward, then you're creating an identity box of your own design. You're feeling shy right now. You're feeling awkward right now, but that makes it a temporary state instead of a permanent trait. And it makes it easier to move out of it.
It's where you are, not who you are at that time.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
So what about reframing the way we ask for help?
Yeah, most people, again, two out of three people don't think twice about this, but 1 out of 3 will not ask. And the reason is because we think we're being needy. We think people don't want to help us. But every study under the sun says humans are wired to help each other. We're wired to want to do that. How good does it make you feel when somebody asks you for help? You're like, oh yeah,
great.
I'd love to. I'd love to give you advice. I'd love to give you guidance. And yet we rob other people of that same feeling.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember that we're innately wired to want to do this. Don't feel bad about wanting to ask for help.
Oof, good. Okay, you also talk about this
This
is
is hitting home. This is hitting home.
There's
for you
a
big
whole
time.
conversation happening in my head. You talk about creating unfinished meetings.
Yes.
What does that mean?
When it comes to social connection and social conversations, most people struggle with the start. So my friend Colin says it's the start that stops most people, right? We can't figure out, how do I initiate the conversation? How do we get the conversation going? And often the best way we can do that is to build momentum off of the last interaction.
Okay.
So if you had a conversation with a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, don't say, all right, well, I hope we talk again soon. When? You know, that thing that we talked about, let's check in a few weeks to see how it went.
Right.
Same thing with a work meeting. That thing we talked about, hey, let's talk about it again next week. How did it go? Set something up for the next time. Don't finish right there.
Last one from me. I'm asking for a friend.
Okay.
How do we embrace the awkwardness?
Well, there's lots of things we can do, but I would say the singular best tip is work on your comeback rate. Awkward moments are going to happen. You cannot avoid them. You cannot plan for every single one. So don't worry about eliminating it. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Worry about tools that can improve your comeback rate. That could be using humor strategically. That could be working on your self-talk and your mindset. I have tons more strategies in the book, but just know that working on your comeback rate is a much better strategy than trying to eliminate an emotion that we all have.
Outstanding.
Here, Henna. I love this. This is fantastic. I'm no longer awkward.
I wouldn't say that.
Give me 30 seconds. Thank you so much for joining us again.
you.
Pick up a copy of Good Awkward wherever you buy books.